Yeah, so we just realized there was no audio.
We was cooking.
This is what happens when you go live streaming.
What up?
But thank you once again for joining us here.
It's your boy Cuban.
Yes, sir, and it's me, Patch, another Tuesday at the Spittlez. Today we have vibing with us.
Phenomenal Jon.
Yes.
Let's have it.
Let's have it.
Let's have it, LLC.
LLC. And he's a tattoo artist.
Do tattoos also, yeah.
If you need to get inked up, this is the
business, tattoos, and music.
A couple things were said, but the audio was off.
We got it.
Niggas is out here rushing, you know what I'm saying?
He got it going. He got a lot of things. He got this brother right here, like I said,
making moves out there in these streets.
Yes. I appreciate you for pulling up and taking the time out, your day out, whatever you was doing to come kick it with us at the Spittlez here with our family.
Definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate
the
you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anytime, any day. You already know, bro. It's always appreciative. And before we get the show started, as always,
you know what time it is. You
light
and
up,
I
light
know
up.
if you got it.
Light it. You heard?
Please light it, don't fight it.
Let's
At
get the
all.
space going.
Don't fight the light it up. Light
this
it, don't
space
fight
going.
it. You heard?
And we're going to get into the topic of discussion today after we touch up with Jon and his endeavors. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let the community know who you are. But then afterwards, we're going to get into the topic of discussion that we chose, which is life transitions. And we got a good one for y'all today,
Cool,
y'all.
So with that being said, can you tell our community about yourself?
So, born and raised, Jersey City, New Jersey.
Jersey City.
Jersey
Shout
still
out.
on.
We finally on the map. Always been there. But other
My
than
son
that,
putting them on the map, you heard?
you know, besides just being a young entrepreneur, you know, I'm into tattoos, doing tattoos, and definitely into the music. I got a nice little independent record label, Let's Have It Records. A lot of hitters on there. Everybody down to work, and we grinding.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody over there. Let's have it. Yes, sir.
And all your artists from Let's Have It Records is from Jersey?
We got Jersey, we got Philly. We even got an artist down in Maryland right now.
Okay, moving, boy.
We cooking,
I need to come holler at you, you heard?
Hey, I'm trying to get it from all angles.
I hear it. I hear
go.
that.
My son Danny's in the building. He said there's no audio. Thank you, Danny.
And
Liddy's in the building. Liddy's in the building in the flesh as well.
What's
She in the
up,
background.
Liddy?
Y'all can't see her,
Shout
but
out to
she's always a
everybody.
pleasure here. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Mama Love is in the building.
Ma,
Shout
what's
out
up,
Mama
Ma?
Love.
What's the word, mommy? How you doing? I hope we're gonna lighten up your evening this evening, baby girl.
Yeah. Shout out to Sammy, first and foremost.
yes,
Sammy
yes.
Cuban's brother. He's doing much better.
A lot better.
He was in
lot better.
a dire situation. He was in a coma for a while and all of that.
Blessings up.
You know, he had a heart attack and everything. Young guy, but strong as in his name, and he pulled through.
Strong as an ox.
Homie more stubborn than he should be. You know, he jumped up out the bed, fell flat on his face. He talking about, I'm about to go get on that bus. Like, nigga,
I'm trying to get
relax. My
He's
son ready to go.
He's definitely kicking back to being not 100% Sammy, but you could tell that he's trying to get there. But with that, you were saying that you're from Jersey City. You have a record label, and how many artists you said you have?
Top 6.
Six,
yeah.
6.
And this is a whole full record label, so you.
Yeah. We take our artists in, we push them, try to develop them, and get them out there. Shows, music, you know, production, all of that.
So even management is included under your.
Yeah, we take care of that if we need to.
So it's
but
more,
you know,
it's more than production,
you know,
basically.
and you know, management comes into the play of more of the artists'
Productivity?
not productivity, but their preference.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
who they
choose
we
to
more or
take the
less
reign,
we more or less want to develop them and get them to the next level, and then when that next level comes, they ready for it, and we there to make sure they in the right spot.
That's what's up. That's
Can
fine.
you shout out any of your artists?
Yo, Jersey Perp, Snow. We got Jamal Ahmed, Petty.
Okay.
Talk
We
about it.
got Buff.
Talk about it.
Come on,
Come on.
right on the top of the head.
Come on.
Who else am I leaving out? We got Snacks.
Come on.
Shout out to the Herd.
Shout out to the whole Let's Have It crew. You
Shout out
heard?
to Let's Have It.
Let's
Whoever, Abby, young boy Abby. What's up? Let's have it.
What's up, Abby? What up?
We cooking. CEO
Gang.
Mighty. Yeah.
Gang shit. That's what's
We
up.
out here. We cooking. We just trying to. You know, we all like music, so we trying to do music for other people. You know what I mean? So, you know, me and the partners, you know, we more or less like it, and we're going to do the business side of it, but we got our young artists that's trying to make making music, so we want to supply what we know and we could do.
And what genre of music do you guys do? Is it mixed?
Hip hop, R&B, Afro beats.
Okay,
That's all we touched so far. Okay. You know,
that's what's up.
So no drill rappers.
A little mixture.
Well, you know, that's there. You know, that's
hip-hop.
part of the culture. But you know, the thing with that, you know, they like to do it, but we try to develop like that. The artist development. So we try to develop into them to do something else. Or
do
something
it the right way.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, the right way. You know what I mean? Try something else. Step out their comfort zone to be a better person or a better rapper, or artist.
Some artistic development, basically. Get them growing. You know?
Get them in the right direction.
Yeah. And the good thing about having the mix of you know, the Philly artists, it's always different perspectives. Mm-hmm. So you know, my partner artist Jamal Ahmed, he's well seasoned, and he can enlighten everybody that comes next to him in the studio, writing, whatever, however. Okay. So he can light it up. Yeah.
And how long has y'all label been established?
So Let's Have It, or well, LHI has been a thing. You know, that's my brothers. That's something they had a long time ago. But I say for the last 2-3 years, we came together, and especially I've been brought into it to more or less take it to the next level and bring it to what it is now and to beyond. So it developed into Let's Have It. The whole mantra and everything, you know, whatever we see in front of us, whatever you have to offer, we want it. So let's have it. Just throwing everything on the table and just trying to elevate everything.
Okay, that's
fire.
That's fire.
I'm definitely gonna tap into that. We're gonna talk about that shit on the outside. You heard?
It's there. It's a lot of work, but we moving. We moving.
And you do a lot of things. Would you say that the music is your main endeavor right now?
Nah.
What would be your main endeavor?
My bread and butter would be the route. You know what I mean? Running my route.
My son is an independent route distributor.
Yeah, the snack distribution.
Yes, sir. I've been there. That's where I met John from.
Snacking and
macking. Man, vendors,
you know
your vendor community.
So, you know, dealing with the trucks and getting the product out there and making my moves like that,
sir.
that's where the bread and butter
and the logistics of it, you know, the inventory control,
counting everything,
invoicing,
making sure everything is right, and
all of that fresh and stales. It's a fucking game.
Making sure
we met in that
stock rotation, FIFO. Yeah, we met in that. Yeah,
nigga said making sure that everything is pulled up front.
Yeah, FIFO, nigga. Yeah, man.
If it's not, they got a problem.
Yeah, we getting fines and shit.
Nigga said fines.
Shout out to ShopRite.
Yo,
shout out to P-Car.
And then Lou.
You heard the name?
Yo, Lou. Who they blaming for the fine? The nigga that's on the route.
Who they blaming for? Yeah. Well, that's the one operating, boy.
Yeah.
Even if John, if you own the route and your route operator is leaving out of stales out there and getting fines, that's on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? The whole game is on that nigga at that point. You know what I'm saying?
What made you want to invest your time into doing the bread route or what you said is the cake?
So I got chips, cookies, and pretzels right now.
Yeah. Snacks route, basically. You started out with the bread
with
before.
the bread, right.
Yeah, we were both doing bread.
So that was more of an introduction to me. Well, it was offered to me when I was working in a supermarket.
Okay.
So I was doing full time there, thinking I was set.
Where you was at working?
It was a A&P before they went.
Okay, before they went down, yeah.
You know.
Rest in peace, A&P.
What's that? The supermarket. It's a supermarket.
Yeah, supermarket. A&P. That was a big name too.
Nigga, I'm from you know where I'm from, nigga. You C-Town, Food Town.
I got you. Yeah.
Bravo.
You know what I'm saying?
Pioneers and shit. Yeah, I hear you, Pop.
Wasn't
no A&Ps out here.
Not Bravos or Food Bazaar.
A&Ps what?
So Food Bazaars.
Acme would have took over that, right? I think.
Acme's took over some of this. Food Bazaars took over some of them.
Okay. You know, they got those out there too, Food Bazaars.
Yeah.
That's Spanish people.
Actually, Food Towns as well. And you got Food Towns out here as well.
Yeah. No, now it's food centers now. It's not even food town.
Niggas be changing shit up. Bankruptcy will do that for you.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, I guess.
But so from somebody offering you a position to get on the route?
That's what it was. You know, with the supermarket job, it was good. I was full time, you know, Monday through Friday. It was cool. But, you know, that got snatched away when the company went down. So being that, you know, with my work ethic, there was always people around, you know, that was offering me a job. One lady, she offered me the opportunity to work with her, and I took it. You know, I tried to stay away from working for a little while when I got laid off, but I got bored, so jumped right onto the truck.
Yes,
and you know, due to the time, whatever was going on with her driver or helper or whatever it is, she needed the help. So I was right on time, took it, ran, and I took the opportunity which she offered to me was to learn. You know what I mean? The ins and outs. So how she ran the stores, why she did this, why she did that. And she really broke it down to me.
She was a cool individual.
And then after that,
Miss Kim, right?
Kim, yeah.
So now you got the whole route to yourself now? Now it's you?
Right, so I went through, you know, she actually went through with her company that she owned the route with. They bought them back. You know, they got bought out by a bigger corporation. They bought back all the routes. So it was, once again, you know, just didn't have actual job, but there was somebody else that needed some help. So I ended up staying in the same field, same area, doing the same thing.
Transition right into the next
right,
level.
Right. And then, you know, just being in the right place, right time, and ready for it, I was offered the opportunity to take it over or purchase one myself. And, you know, like I said, everything was in the right place, right time.
And I remember you aspiring to do that. You heard when we were working over there.
Yeah, you
in
know,
the depot. You was talking about
it,
I'm gonna get my own shit, nigga. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I
Talking
remember that
into
shit.
fruition. You know,
gotta speak that bitch right up into existence.
That's what it was. That's what it was. You know?
Like Lou said in the last episode, everything is right there for your eyes. All you got to do is actually just go out and really get it.
Get it.
Yeah, man.
Get it. And he did, and the man was.
That's what I was talking about.
He did. That was last week's episode. When you was talking about that same shit. He was thinking about that shit so much that look now today. He's owning his own truck. He got his own route. He's doing his own thing, ladies and gentlemen.
He visualized his fucking future, and
it comes full circle.
It came to you.
You understand what I'm saying? It came right back to him.
Believe it's yours. That's what I talk about, inevitability, because you got to believe in that inevitability for your life.
Right.
With the things that you want, you got to believe that it will inevitably come to you. The shit is yours already. You know,
and that's what he was doing. Yo, I'm getting that.
Definitely seeing it. You know,
Yes,
definitely being able to see it and the inside of it, you know, besides just being a driver, a worker, you know what I mean? I was able to see that inside.
Shit to survive in that game,
Right.
too.
I was
Niggas had side hustles in there and all that. For those that were there, y'all know what it was about. Shout out to the ones that made shit happen. You know what I'm saying? At the expense, you know what I mean? Because niggas was taking risk out there, but it was a hell of a game. One guy told me, there's one statement that I hold on to dearly, and you know this one. An honest bread man is. You ever heard that one?
A broke bread man?
Yeah,
I've heard that.
They told you that shit, nigga, when you first got into the game, you heard?
That's crazy.
Honest bread man is a broke bread man?
Yeah, in other words, find your loopholes to get this bread.
Right.
Because if not, you're going to be out here starving?
I guess.
Eventually.
I guess.
Eventually.
Or just eating the minimals when you could be getting a lot more. Niggas was chasing a lot more under certain pretenses, you know, but that's how the game go. Sometimes you got to take a negative risk to bring about some positives, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas do that shit every single day. But the risk has to make sense.
And it did, but nothing is forever. Because I'm sure if you did some of that stuff, you know, some side hustling, it was beneficial to you. It was
at
lucrative.
the time. Yeah. All of it.
It may have seemed for the moment.
Yeah.
Because niggas is trying to chase bigger than that. You know what I mean? Or more powerful moves.
That's
you know
what's up. My boy got the whole ridity going. So and then now you got employees right now fucking with you, or you just
right now I'm just handling it myself. You know, I had help before. You know, people rounding other spots just to pack out, this, that, and third. But I've been in a position where I just want to do a lot of stacking, try to save a little bit more. So I've been trying to cut back. You know, matter of discipline. I got to do a little bit more work, and it makes it a little bit more challenging sometimes. But I'm looking more for reaping the benefits later. You know, so.
He said, "I'm looking for the future."
Yeah. That's what got me into it. The long con, I guess. You know what I mean?
It's the long haul.
Sometimes you gotta put in that work for yourself firsthand. You can't. You can't share the plate sometimes. Realistically, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just not enough. You know, like you put yourself in a predicament where you're still eating the least amount.
You're doing more but getting less. Yeah,
fuck that shit. But that's why you got to transition through. Sometimes the transitions are forced upon you. Like you see, your transition was forced upon you. They brought back the route that you were operating.
Right. Had to move into something else.
Same thing with A&P. You know, that shit happened to you twice, realistically.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Yeah. Both of them jobs, you heard? Because A&P went out of business.
Right.
So he was forced to lose his job, got laid off. The route as well got purchased back by the company, so he was laid off forcefully in that as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's rough transitions, but even though they
It's
still
cool.
push you forward.
Put me in a position that I was always ready and always down to work and always working. So
It's funny how life will do that to you too,
never
right?
really stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, what you exactly want to do, but have been putting off, life will throw you the circumstance. Life, the universe, God, whoever we want to attribute that to, or whatever we want to attribute that to, but something puts your back against the wall and creates the circumstance that would force you into that position that you should be in.
That's a fact.
And I've seen that a lot of times, bro.
Level you up.
It's like they say when the cat is up against the wall, that shit is gonna attack.
Right.
Same shit with us. When we,
That's another story. I went through that.
With
a cat. My wife will laugh at that story, but that's another time.
That's crazy.
Wildin'.
I was trying to be friends with the cat. Like, come here, nigga. The nigga just destroyed my hand.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know where to call it, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a fact.
But throughout your transitions and your endeavors of doing the vending and applying your pressure on music as well, what made you pick up tattooing?
That's always been there. The art.
Okay.
Art has always been the
Art, with hip hop, it's always some art shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's
It's
always
hand in
some art
hand.
shit.
Hand in
It's
hand.
always some.
But even with art, in general, with drawing, I guess.
and it goes back to hip
Tattooing
hop.
is just drawing on skin.
It definitely is.
It's
Definitely
all that shit is all intertwined
that's true.
together, bro. Art, hip hop, art. For some reason, that shit. It was like the same birth.
It was in there, yeah.
Even
the tagging and all
even
that,
the mental state you use for your distribution game, like that's pertinent to like pushing any product.
Anything. I'm talking about, the craziest comparison to the going back to the route. A lot of people will ask me, and especially, trying to explain this to some people, they don't really understand, if I'm talking a certain way. So simply, and no matter who I break it down to, I can simply say it's directly like I'm working on a block. I got a pack. I gotta go pick it up, distribute it, get my money on top, and go back and do it again.
It relates.
So
that shit was given to you on the arm,
right? I'm going.
You gotta
to
push it,
and
hit the PC,
and give the PC.
get the pack money back.
To get the pack money back. Get my
Can't
PC.
run off on the plug.
Not twice.
It's all in rotation.
Not once, nigga.
Nigga said you can't run off on the plug
That's
twice.
a transition. That's an idea that can be transitioned to everything you do.
Everything, yes.
You know what I mean? Even, I try to apply that to the music. Like, we got to
apply
put this
that
work
with
in, work out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It come back, but we putting it right back in.
It's a product. It's something that someone else can consume
And enjoy.
Or, be a service to others. Right. So you got to apply that same push.
Make sure you get it out there.
I said this shit too, right, Cuban? Remember we talk about the days at the Spittlez. We used to grind at the Spittlez. The reason why we called this the Spittlez because a childhood spot that we were chilling in all the time. We did our thug dizzle there, bump talk shit, group amongst each other,
Relax.
And we called the shit the Spittlez. And I told people the same hustler mentality that we had in the Spittlez to get it by any means.
It's the shit that we need for life.
You got to push that in life, bro.
Right.
With any endeavor, with my photography, with the Spittlez, broadcast, everything. We got to push that hustler's mentality. Because niggas did that shit for less back then. We was pushing hard. Just loyal to the game.
For no reason.
I ain't got shit to show from them besides experience.
Nigga, all I got to show from that shit was a 5-year bid.
That's it.
A forceful transition, though, right, Cuban? A forceful transition.
That was the only thing I got from being on the block in front of the Spittlez. Besides the vibe and the friendship and the bonds that I built at the Spittlez. Besides that, the only shit that I really got out of chilling and being on the block was
jail time. Fucking A, bro. Yeah, I got to have my own woes too, Cuban.
It goes down like
fucking
that.
A.
It goes down like that.
To the point where I was like, I don't even want to be in the hood no more. So I moved out the hood. That's how I ended up in the burbs because
I made that transition too. Yeah, you know what I mean. So do something better.
Some shit is just too much.
Better, you know what I mean?
I didn't want nothing to do with the game anymore, but the game was still on your doorstep. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing you could fucking do about that.
That never goes nowhere.
Nowhere.
It's always gonna be there.
Nowhere.
right there. Unless
that hawk on your
nah,
shoulder.
shit was too close for comfort on my side. Okay. And I'm like, you know what? If you can't change your environment, you gotta change your environment. So I got the fuck up out of there, boy.
Got you.
Real talk.
That's definitely a fact.
That's all. Cause I already transitioned to being a worker, right, Cube?
No, but bro, you was like I ain't gonna lie.
But I was on the block.
You was on the block and you was working. I ain't gonna lie, my boy.
At first I was on the block.
At first you was on the block.
But I had to transition over.
As soon as you got the job, my son deadass would get up at 3 in the morning.
Go to work. Nah.
That ass, meet my other. Shouts out to Mongo Mike. Meet Mongo Mike.
Shout out Mongo Mike, my boy.
And go to Jersey somewhere to do some moving job. Come out like 1 o'clock, stand on the block until like 6, and then go home.
Gotta get this paper, nigga.
That's
It's
how you
fucking
gotta
A,
get
nigga.
That ass.
And even when I went home, my jack rang and somebody needed something, I had to run back.
They was coming to the door
Or
because
they was
niggas
coming to the
always,
crib,
niggas
yeah.
always lit. And
Statute of limitations, niggas out there hustling hard, nigga.
It was like that.
But we ain't got shit to show for it. Like,
all,
I ain't got
right.
shit to show for it. Nigga, selling wasn't what got me my car,
no.
my apartment, none of that
It's
shit.
cra-
nigga.
you know, it's
The
crazy. I
credit.
think about the idea of, hustling when I was younger. My money management was horrible. Like,
Mine too.
think about the money we had, the money we touched. It's like,
Immediately,
God
came
damn,
and went, nigga. Because we didn't have no wallet. You heard, John? That's what the fuck it was.
just in the
When we had-
pocket.
It was right
It was
there.
in the
Just,
pocket.
And
Let's
it-
go.
and it all-
Accessible.
And it all went to partying and alcohol.
oh my God.
Yeah, like,
But shout out to the times, you heard? Shout
to
out
the time.
You can't negate the times because it took us to where we are today.
Right. We needed that.
That's why
You
we
know what I'm
here.
saying?
That's why we here having the Spittlez, because this, like you said, the Spittlez is everywhere. So now we get to sit back and reflect on those times
Yeah.
Think
and
about
talk about how now we're pushing to do better with the name that we created.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Word.
And all of this is a part of it. All of this is a part of the life transitions that we want to speak about today. Everything. What John is doing now compared to what he's done in the past, compared to what he's doing in the future.
Yeah.
Likewise for all of us, likewise for those of you at home tuning in. Real talk. Life transitions may come forcefully sometimes, or
you
you
can
may
be
make that choice.
willing-
in the
to
brain,
make
Yeah, they may come willingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those are the ones you really want to push. You heard?
Or sometimes the transition also comes in the people you surround yourself around too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, automatically, because you begin to get influenced differently. You start to attract different things. You start to
more.
breathe different air, my nigga. That's what it really is.
Right.
Yo,
You
real
have
talk,
different
no lie.
conversation that take
Nigga,
you
when I
different
came, when we met over there in the depot, dude, I was new to that game.
Got you. Yeah.
Like, you was doing that shit for a while already, right?
probably like probably a couple years.
Year or so? Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and some change.
Yeah, so I come through and everybody's telling me about, how shit goes down and tips and tricks and
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, it's the smallest thing too, Cube. This is pertinent to any situation because you'll step into an environment that is surrounded with people that are new to it like you, or people that have been there for a while and you're lifting the stack improperly or putting the
You're
dolly
breaking
in wrong.
Do it like this.
And the
do it like
motherfucker
that.
come tell you, right?
Yeah.
Yo, homie, what's up? I'm John. Yo, what's up? I'm Lou.
Word.
I saw you doing that like this, bro.
Check this out. I
Yeah.
remember.
Here, take one of these pull bars. Yo, my nigga, good looking. Yo, you got a ratchet strap? Yo, got you.
And this was in the supermarket?
No, it's
was
we
with the
were
truck.
vendors to the supermarkets, but we load our truck in the depot. It's basically the plug.
Okay.
We go get our product from the
So it's
plug.
not like how before how you was getting it from the storage?
From the warehouse? No, that was a benefit. See, when I was doing my snack route now that I was just doing a moment
Gotcha.
ago, they would deliver it to a storage unit
Okay.
at an outdoor storage unit, and I would just go to the storage unit
and
and
pick the
load
whole
the truck
shit
there.
up and load the truck right there. That's
Yeah,
what I
they
said.
would deliver my order straight there.
So I was probably thinking that's
No,
what
that
they
shit
said.
is.
Nah,
What
you
we
had-
did was
you
a
had to go
depot,
get
my
it.
nigga. You go there, and your shit is sitting on the dock,
You gotta
waiting for
check
you,
it
the
and
order
then
that you
load that
made.
shit.
Yeah, if you don't make an order, some crazy shit come out.
Right.
It's craziness. Based on forecasting, they'll send you some wild shit that you don't even need, nigga. Like, and then
And then
you
gotta
bought
figure
that.
out.
And you
gotta
bought
figure
that.
it out. Yeah.
Oh shit! What you mean you brought that?
You bought that. If you don't sell it within this week, you carry it over, bro. And you gotta sell that shit next week to get your money back, bro. There's no, unless you know, in the depot you got tricks. You holler at some of the homies, yo, you
somebody
need this
that might
extra
need
bread?
that.
Take this. And you transfer the inventory to their route.
Yeah.
You don't eat it.
Being
it's
on
a couple-
top, being on top of the game.
The same, that applies anywhere out here in this world. I'm saying you can still apply that shit. Apply with the drugs and all that shit.
Everything.
Like you could really apply that same mentality to everything that's a product. You know. And if you really want to be technical, at the end of the day, as an individual, we are a product at times. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta push that mentality with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we aspire to be public figures through our services.
Right.
What we do is public figure shit.
Package it and distribute.
Niggas know you out there. You heard? When they see you, they know you out there because you the guy that comes through. Whether it be the snacks, the music,
Whatever I got, yeah,
they
yeah,
get
yeah.
faces on that, bro.
That's a fact. He's the shining
brand name.
armor. He's the
Especially when it's public service. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And so we talked about the music, snack distribution. and you doing tattooing, and you said, you know, the art was always there.
Right.
So that's why it was easy to pick up tattooing.
Yeah. And that came from young. You know, I was in the house where my uncle drew. I think my sister dabbled in art a little bit. Even my cousins, you know, they were big in art. So it's something I picked up, and once I started, I really didn't stop, especially like with sketching. So a good influence with the art was a guy from my hometown, Ruler, big name tattoo artist right now. But you know, seeing him whip the tattoos, and then he had his little clothing line doing the dope shirts. You know, it was just something I was like, you know, I could be there, I could get there.
Yes, sir. Do something of your own.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, it was out of reach, you know, because I was younger, and I thought it was out of reach. You know, the idea of being a tattoo artist, and I ended up meeting a tattoo artist that actually brought me in as his mentor, as mentee.
Okay.
So he would
apprentice.
Just about. So so he showed me as he's doing my tattoo. He's showing me what he's doing, breaking it down, and always told me like if I wanted more information, come through, learn. He showed me what type of machine to go for, what kind of needles to use, and I was like, you know, I take that and ran. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all need a mentor like that.
Every time I came,
shout out to that homie.
Yo, Lex, my boy Lex.
Shout out to Lex, big fan.
And he did all your tats?
We need people like you out here all day, being a mentor like you was.
Yeah, he actually did. Besides one, my first tattoo was done. Yo, believe it or not, by a dope head, he was fire. The art came out great.
Nigga did his work. He did his job.
Back in the day, on Lauren, they had one of those niggas. That nigga was a fiend. He would come through. He was killing niggas on the block.
Yo, he whipped it up, and I was like, but you know, after that, I really couldn't get in touch with him. And I ran into like I said, my boy Lex, and he's been inking me up ever since.
That's what's up. You know, he inspired you basically to go.
Right. To catch up.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's what it
was.
was.
How long have you like actually been like tattooing?
Hey, I got about
bodies
close to 10 years under my belt now, but I haven't pushed it as an income.
Okay.
That's what I say.
As a profession.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's been more of a learning, learning experience. So everything I do, I might have somebody that want me to do.
So it's a
hobby.
hobby.
Do it.
Hobby
yes,
more so?
that's where I want to keep.
You're doing it for the love right now.
For the love.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Right. But that's something I can take. You know, when I look at the time when I'm ready to retire, and I'm trying to do that soon.
So
they say that
I want to be able to take that and run with me.
They say that the one thing that takes it from a hobby to profession is money.
That's a fact. I was going to say, if somebody, one of our people in the community would come and say, hit you in the
no, hit me. I'm down for all business. Catch me. Phenom Tattoo.
There you go.
Catch me.
Phenom Tattoo.
Catch me.
He's on IG as well.
Catch me through IG and Phenomenal Jon. Catch me through everything.
I gotta add that. I'm gonna add that to the description as well.
So you can go check out all his work if you need something. Go holla at bro. But what influenced you to want to do all the things you're doing?
Learning that I can do business. You know what I mean? So we went through that stage, you know, hustling weed or whatever, getting a job, being able to work. But, you know, it was through experiences. I was actually introduced to business through somebody I met at the supermarket.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We was trying to, it's crazy, we was trying to launch a dating website back in 2011.
Oh, that's fire.
Which is crazy, and if we had a little bit more business sense or a little bit more discipline or planned a little bit more ahead, we could have been at the top of the game right now.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. But I take that and learn from it versus saying that.
It was a learning experience.
Right. And then, you know, I look back, if we did take off, I wouldn't know what to do with that money. I wouldn't, we
There's only one way to find out though.
Right, exactly, try to get it. But you know, I take the loss as a blessing, you know. It didn't work out, but I gained so much from it. I gained the business side, what I need to start a business.
And I like how you attributed your influence to an event or a thing in your life, as opposed to a person. You know what I mean? Because primarily those events or things that you dealt with that influenced you involved a lot of people anyway. You know what I'm saying? They were all a part of that influence as well. You know what I mean? So many names to name, obviously. But you dealt with a lot of people, and just knowing that business aspect and knowing that you can pursue business for yourself, wasn't influence alone.
Right.
There's power in knowing, y'all.
There's power in knowledge, yo.
It's a big fucking
And
fact.
knowledge is power.
And yeah, because before that, it was just like, oh, let me go to work, because I see everybody else doing it. People that you go to work, either you working or you hustling.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So
there's gotta be a way to get this back.
I didn't have the people around me. Oh yeah, I'm doing my business here. I'm doing this business. I'm starting this, until that one moment where I was introduced to something, and it was like, yeah, this is the background of this. We need to do this, and the third, and this is ours.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
And you was like, I want that too, nigga. I could do that too.
Yeah. They planted the seed in your head.
They planted the seed, and it took off.
Yeah, hell
it
yeah.
took off.
That's all it takes sometimes, you heard?
That's a fact.
And then you had, with the seeds being planted in your head, you had those people that were nurturing that seed.
Watering it and making it
helping
grow.
And then another thing too is seeking people that are further along. So I
Yes.
started to put myself in circles where people are in business for themselves, and getting knowledge from them on what they were doing. And
So you aspire to get where they are and keep
Why
pushing.
are you like
Like
this?
I said earlier, being
yeah.
around people that's changing.
It's the circle.
It's
yeah.
the circle shit. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah, that's the one that somebody who said that when they came up here, Cube, that Wealthy Cam said that if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you, right? And that's big talks. Like this is what you gotta do, because you gotta change the influence around you. You gotta change what's dominantly being seen and heard, and what you're digesting mentally, spiritually every day, bro, in your life. You know what I'm saying?
That takes a toll.
Yeah,
takes
man,
a toll.
That's serious.
That's why I push nothing but good energy right now.
Oh yeah, same here. I'm all about energy, man.
That took time to get there.
Big vibes
That
on
took
energy.
time to get there.
Yes,
but
sir.
that's
Practice.
where
It
it's
takes
at.
practice too.
A
It
lot
takes
of
practice.
A lot
and
of it.
patience. Not even
Yeah.
practice. It's just patience.
Patience is key. Yeah.
Patience.
I want to take a moment to give a shout out to the chat. We got a couple of people in the building. We got Bundy in the building. We got my mom Dukes in the building. We got Quella in the building.
Hey, Quella.
Thank you all for joining us.
What up? What up? Let's have it.
What is that? Oh my! Just started playing here.
That shit went
Bloopers. You see that's pop up on the blooper reel.
Chop it.
You know what I'm saying? We'll be all right. That's why we live and uncut. You see all the mistakes.
word.
You see everything.
Not bad though. Episode 18.
Episode 18.
And
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to episode 18. First of all.
Shouts out to that. And you know what else
And
we
we're
missing?
nearing, Cuban is that we're nearing 100 subscribers.
That shit is
we are
at-
currently at
Okay.
94. One second. Give me 1 second. We at, oh my God. Yeah, like I said, 94.
94 subscribers.
Like and subscribe.
You heard? Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. You heard? Because this is why we do this, man. You know, the elevation,
Oh
the
my
growth,
God.
and development. You heard?
Oh my God.
Word.
And like I said, you know, episode 18, and that was the first time I started it without audio.
That's
so
a fact.
Don't beat me up too much, y'all.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But
You know what I'm saying?
with that being said, y'all gonna continue to see the growth and how this platform is just gonna continue to
Continuously
just
change,
elevate
man.
and change.
And we invite everybody to be a part of it.
And
Come on.
keep growing. And I'm gonna say this again, and I can't stress this so much. I think every single last one person that tunes in every single week, and it's just there for us, with us,
Yes.
and just the vibes, the guests that we have, even when it's just me and you sitting here for just 18 episodes, like it's just
It's real for us.
it's real.
Yeah,
bro.
it's real
Like,
for us, y'all.
This shit is going.
I said
crazy.
we not just two niggas here talking shit.
We not.
Or two and a guest.
That's-
You heard?
That's it.
We want to have a purpose. We want to fulfill a purpose. We want to have a mission, you heard? And accomplish that mission through our platform, you heard? And as we spoke of last week, for those of us that joined us, and for those of us that did not, go hit up last week's episode 17, where we talked about identifying our mission and our target audience. You know what I mean? And,
yeah.
And we're trying to tackle that every way.
yeah,
Every
and we
time.
came up with that our mission is to empower our community through information and conversation. You heard?
Let's have
and
it.
that's what we're looking to do.
And look,
Word.
this whole first half just been an empowering conversation.
Yeah,
Because
man.
my brother's just been talking about the empowering things that he's doing that helped him change, and the people that inspired him to change and wanted to
Despite
grow.
his setbacks,
Exactly.
he had two inconvenient transitions, right? Like forceful transitions. You were basically forced out of both of those jobs and pushed into your
Where I'm at.
Your greatness, you heard? You push right into your greatness. So pay attention to that, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I implore y'all to pay attention to your transitions, whether it be good or bad.
Ugly, pay attention.
Because there'll be a moment in your life where you hit that fork in the road and you gotta make that choice, man.
You gotta accept it.
Yeah.
Because it's coming.
The route changes sometimes. Detour.
It's either sink or swim. Which one you gonna do?
That's a fact.
Yeah. And being ready. Like I said, you know, all the opportunities I came across or been able to be introduced to, it was me being able to already be ready, have the ability or knowledge in this situation or whatever it is, and it helps me.
Being teachable too. Learning is the key.
Staying a student, learning everything.
Staying a student and being.
And you accomplish a lot, Papa. You feel me? And throughout all those times, you know, because we haven't seen each other in 5 years. We've both been transitioning exponentially. We spoke about this on the phone. And all these accomplishments that you have, what would you say were some of the challenges that you may have faced while transitioning through these phases in your life?
I say with any transition, it's always the getting used to the new schedule or the new routine or the new movement. But if it's something you got to do, or you decide you want to do it, you got to buckle down. You got to either get rid of it or get lost.
You got to commit.
So if you know, going into the trucks, the transition for me was waking up earlier in the morning. But once I tackled that, it's nothing to me. But now, I gained from that because I'm comfortable waking up earlier now. I can accomplish more in the morning. So I can do my business before I even go out.
A hell of a lot of
you know what I mean? Go out and do what I got to do.
That's
you know what I mean? I could work on something else before I leave out because I'm waking up early and I'm comfortable waking up early.
So look at that. Even your challenges that came with your transitions were beneficial to your growth.
What it did was like put him militant.
Right.
Yeah, it built them up. Each one of those negative.
Couldn't let it kill me. Couldn't let it break me down. So
because it was a part of the game.
It
was a part of the game. And like you said, if it's something that you're pushing for, you gotta get with the new routine. Get with the new schedule.
Get with the program.
Yeah, you gotta get with the program.
I need to get to this money. Like, what time
Shout
I
out
gotta
to
wake
that.
up?
Shout out to that. He took his challenges and he made them build him up. He took them as learning lessons.
That's the best way. You have to.
That's what we talk about
all the time.
Deleting the concept of failure.
Nope.
You want to fail. You know, learning and reading.
You want the challenges.
You want to fail because if you don't fail, you don't know where you made a mistake.
Exactly.
And you don't know where to fix things.
I think I would like to say if it's too easy, then you're not doing it right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you're not doing it enough. If it's too easy, you heard? Because with everything that you push for, that shit comes with great work, my dude. That shit comes with work and effort. And time and dedication and everything. If that shit is simply handed to you and all that, I don't think you get the full experience.
You don't even get to appreciate it. You know what I mean? Especially if it's handed to you.
When it's handed to you, it's like if it's gone, it's gone. Whatever. I'll get it back.
Yeah.
Or even if it's too easy to acquire or too easy to maintain, you kind of like lose the
enthusiasm.
Yeah, that's a big factor. In my opinion, you want the challenges.
Yeah,
that's the shit that elevates you.
Keep it going. That's what keeps that's what all men. It's the motherfucking. I'm gonna do it better. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going to push the drive.
Well, you know it's crazy because there are people that could settle into the mediocre, the regular, the I can say regular 9 to 5. I mean, like whatever routine they can fall into that and be comfortable. But it's a matter of
are they really comfortable?
That's what I'm saying.
There's still gonna be some kind of challenge, I think. Like
no, it's always gonna be a challenge. But you got the people that'll be okay with that and not want more. That's what I mean.
That's true too. Yeah.
But you know, someone like me, Lou, especially you know, find yourself in a situation you might be okay with it, but. Nah, let's get to the next level. Let's move forward.
What else is there?
What can I do on top of this?
What's next?
Exactly. You know?
Like
what's next?
Saying, every great athlete always wants the next ring. Why is that?
And it's the same game every year.
It's the same game, but they want the next ring.
I want to win every year. You heard?
I want it.
Yo, even those that don't make it to the finals, even those that don't get the championship, the stats count. Wins, losses. every point made,
Yeah.
every defensive play made, everything, every little piece counts.
Everything.
It's crazy. You know, I'm not no sports enthusiast by no means. All of my homies know that. I look into the sports a little bit because we be having conversations. We might have played a video game. The amount of stats columns that there are, bro. The amount of shit that matters.
But for debate's sake, you know what really counts? Who got the most chips?
The most wins. That's always
I guess the most wins. I guess.
Who got the most chips?
I
Fuck
guess.
the most wins.
In life too, though. No, but that's what it is. But in life too, who got the most? Like, it's okay. You could have the great stats, but if you don't have these feats, these accomplishments, then you're not really it.
Yeah, that too. But at the end, niggas is still thinking about, I need that ring.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's the same. It's the ideology of trophies. You understand what I'm talking about?
Collecting.
Like, but even in general, like, you know, when the Drake song Trophies, right? The concept is like the achievements in life. You know, the wins in life. Those are your trophies. You know, you're not really getting handed a trophy, but you know, you get the fruits from your labor, right, guys? We all do. Yeah. We all do. Those are your trophies. And when you put in that hard work, when you get that bag, that's your trophy. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everything. The 100 subscribers on the Spittlez is going to be a trophy. You heard?
Yeah, and then there's the next one.
Yeah, each one of y'all is a trophy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I think that's all dependent on the individual too, how to conceptualize that. Like, 'cause not everybody's gonna get the ring, Cube. You feel me? But that doesn't mean that you're not a winner still, right? On some level, right?
On some level. So Charles Barkley a winner. He's a man. He ain't never got no ring, and they hold that shit against him.
He has rep. He's reputed, isn't he?
Yeah, but he ain't got no ring, but they hold it against him all the time.
He's still somebody, dog. He rich as fuck. He's still
money.
somebody.
He made money.
Yeah, he's somebody.
He
Got his own trophy. He got his own ring, my nigga. Right? He got his own ring.
But
Remember when he talked about his contract, the sneaker contract? I think he was talking about, and he said that. I think you might have saw the interview. He was talking about how he didn't even know how much he was supposed to be getting paid, and Jordan opened the doors to that. I think he was talking about that, and he said he thought he was doing good until he saw Jordan's numbers.
And so it was like, what the fuck?
But he got his own ring. Everybody get their own level of success. Success is self-determined on some level as well. You heard? You can't it should be, at least. You can't let another person determine your success.
Your success, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the ones that are really, really great always want more.
As they should.
Right. We can't help it.
As they should. That's what I talk about. We shouldn't settle.
Definitely not.
We got to transition to the next, bro.
That's a fact.
School of life, bro. Next grade, nigga. You heard?
Thing,
You know? Pay attention to those exams, too, because we all go through them.
That's a big fact.
We all get those exams. We all get that big test. You got to put everything that you fucking learned together
in that test.
and pass that test to get to the next level, right? And some of us negate that, to transition to the next grade, bro. And some of us negate that. We take that test. The test doesn't go too well because evidently what we may have learned wasn't enough.
Well, it's time to go.
But that doesn't mean you stay in that grade, bro, and just stay there and
you know what that means?
Left back for life.
It's time to go back to the
I'm
drawing board.
start calling it that, left back for life.
You hear me? It's time to go back to the drawing board to figure out what did you do wrong. So
Study
now,
again.
So now, the next time it comes back up, you know what to do right.
You pass that test.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, that was a transition. I take that. I failed some shit, and I figured that's what I actually did wrong. And then when I went back to did it, I felt it in my blood. I passed that shit. What happened, Lou?
That's a fact. With a lot of things, Cuban. You know, with your cultivations, you've had those tests.
That's a fact.
You failed it once or twice, probably.
Shit, I'm still failing every day right now.
But you're still looking to graduate.
Yeah, claro.
That's fucking striving.
That's a part of this of the situation. It's a lesson. I'm a couple of lessons I'm failing and a couple of lessons I'm passing. Usually, you can be the judge to that.
I do it all the time too with my photography. I'm still learning every day with my photography, bro.
Right.
I'm sure you are as well with your endeavors.
Everything.
Come on,
Everything.
they change the game on you all the time too.
100%.
Like
you can look at
everything
with the routes, going through different contracts and
stores closing, stores opening.
New
Same
stores,
thing with Cuban shit. The tricks in the trade the tricks of the game, you know, change up for him, or photography, they change the way the game is, and we gotta adapt. We gotta remain adaptable. We gotta keep adapting through the transitions and keep achieving greatness through our transitions. That's what the real goal is. Because transitions can be rough. Sometimes.
Is how you overcome them.
Handle it, yeah. Gotta handle it.
Because even the challenges could be beneficial, like you said, bro. Even the challenges build you up.
Right. Shit, you learn from everything.
That's a fact.
That's a big fact,
Everything
bro.
is a learning experience.
That's why you come back from that fail and win.
Yes, sir. If you learned enough, hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you keep, you know, you gotta study, man. You gotta study in life, man.
That's a
We
fact.
can't negate that shit. Yeah, we did that shit. I
Regardless.
keep saying references to school because I know we all can relate. We did that shit obligatingly in every day of our life, nigga, by force. We went to school, nigga.
Every morning.
Had to learn
No
something.
choice.
Had to learn something.
Had
We
to
was
sit
there,
right and
doing 6 to 8 different subjects simultaneously.
nigga didn't even want to be there. Like he just
Come on.
off the wake up. Like,
But we did
damn,
it.
But yeah,
Had to get through it, yeah.
And we learned some shit. We may not use all of it now.
No.
That's a big discussion.
Half more
Social
than half.
studies
is
and
more
all
than
that shit. Nigga, whatever.
Now you don't like social studies. I like social studies.
Man, it was cool, but why we holding on to shit too much? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm the numbers man. I like the math.
Man, that's my shit. The shit makes sense.
Let me-
You
let
can
me-
still
let me
use
stack
that.
it up. Right.
Yeah, you can still use
He
that.
said I can still use
Science, I'm not chopping up frogs right now or stuff like that to practice human anatomy. I'm not doing that right now. Like,
I'm growing weed. What
for
happened?
those of you that are, kudos, but
I'm growing weed. What happened?
what if they
That's
let you
not it,
choose selectively, right? Like the way you can with life. They let you choose selectively what exactly you wanted to learn so that you can excel at that and be an expert
I
at
think
that.
one of
can,
these
you can.
countries
You gotta
is like
earn it,
that,
though.
you heard?
You gotta
I'm
earn
talking
it.
about. I'm talking about like they don't let you do that in school.
Nah, I think
No, you gotta. I'm saying you gotta
do it
earn it.
yourself.
No, I'm saying you gotta earn it. You gotta get to college.
Nah, I think one of these
You're right. Exactly.
You gotta go
So-
for the long haul.
Right. You gotta be
Yeah,
in the long haul.
yeah,
You still gotta absorb all that other unnecessary
Right.
shit, which is taking
one
up
of these
mental
countries are
capacity.
like that.
Huh?
I think one of these countries is like that.
I heard something. I heard of a school
them-
system being like that. I gotta look into
I
that.
think
that's
one of
cool.
them countries. I think it's like North Korea, South Korea. One of them China. Oh, China over there. Them niggas just
Probably.
like straight up, nigga. They
Come on,
one
man.
Career,
I
one
think that's.
person.
I think
that's
after a
what you
certain
want.
point,
I think-
like okay, you know, entry school, grade school. Okay, I understand the concept, right? But after a certain point, you should transition to where you want to be, and this you should be in a school of everybody that want to be that.
Right,
What the fuck? Like seriously, my dude. Like, but like you said, that's what college is.
You
That's
gotta
what
make
college
it.
is
You gotta
for.
make it.
You gotta make it, bro.
Or vocational school.
12
or
years
something like that.
before you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
there. You
And
heard?
half the time, if you ain't into sports, niggas ain't even really thinking about that shit unless you like all the way in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're talking about in reference to scholarships for specific things. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Niggas gotta be like.
You got Mama Love dropping some vibes in the chat. She said persevering, acquisitions. Yes, these are the things that people chase. Yes, we persevere all day, every day.
Have to.
And the proof is, the proof is in your acquisitions, right or wrong.
What you
a
gain,
fact.
yeah.
What you
Everything
gain
you gain is the work
It's
you
the
put
proof
in.
of your work. Yes, sir. If
Everything
you
you
gain
get is what you
nothing,
put
then
out.
silly you. You did nothing. You heard? You ain't do enough. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't gain
real.
much, you ain't do much. It's the reciprocation of life, bro. There's no way around that. There's no
If you
side.
did a lot,
bro.
that lot is gonna show.
Exactly. Like I said on my track, right? When I said, you only get back. What I said, damn, I'm at a loss of words. But y'all know the
Which
song,
one? Which
Look,
one? Oh.
on Spotify. I want y'all to go listen to that song because I said it in that track where I said you only get back as much as you put in, right? I said, Mama always said the proof's in the pudding. You only get back as much as you put in. This is the fact.
Yeah.
That's where your proof is at.
In the pudding.
What you get back. You know what I'm saying?
The proof's
Like,
in the pudding, nigga.
come on, man.
If that
Man,
pudding
don't
good,
bump,
nigga.
Don't bump that track for more gems, though. You heard?
My son said if that-
I catch you. Yeah, we talk the music. It's coming.
We gotta talk about that. You know
Nigga
what I'm
said if
saying?
that pudding slamming, nigga, you know that shit was.
You got your man Los in the building. Shout out to Los. What up?
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
all for
Los.
keep coming in, keep joining us. You know, we still vibing.
Let's
It's 8
have it.
o'clock. We could cut it off, or we could still talk about life transitions because that shit could take us down so many rabbit holes. Like Cuban, what? Name a transition in your life that really turned you around, bro. Seriously.
A transition in my life that turned me around. Probably when I first came home from jail. Like, because before I was in the streets, I was going crazy,
You got locked up.
locked up.
Forceful transition.
Forceful transition. Then I came home and I noticed that everybody wasn't doing the same things that we was doing when niggas was
It's a fact.
15.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
In 5 years, right, Q?
Yeah,
a lot
5
changed.
years. A lot changed in 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So it's either, like I said, it's sink or swim. So what I'm gonna do, I gotta go out there and swim. I never
You have to adapt.
never worked, never did nothing. But in my head, I was like, I was just working for these people for minimum nothing.
For nothing. Yeah. I
You know what I'm
got you.
saying?
Pennies. How much?
Can't do the damn
Nigga,
thing.
It was like, well, upstate, it's probably like 50-something cents a day or some shit, maybe.
A
Close.
day? What do you
Yeah.
mean a day?
Hey,
Yeah, you,
Like you gotta work an 8-hour shift and you just get 50 cents?
Yeah, it's like, it's not, well, probably like an 8-hour shift, but it's like 6-7 hours, yeah. But
For 50 cents?
yeah.
Man, they was beating y'all niggas.
It's either
They be
anywhere,
beating
it's
people in
anywhere
jail.
from
That's
30
fucked up,
That's
man.
It's
how I
anywhere
go.
from
I
33.
I remember I did a
I think
little
on the
bit.
island it's like 33 cents. I think 50 cents. On
Nigga,
the
I was
island
getting
is
paid like 17 cents. I did a couple months. I was getting paid like 17
Bro,
cents.
but just
to work
think
in the
about
Como.
it. So I was working for people that superbly didn't give a fuck about me
Of course, one.
for pennies. You know what I'm saying? So what I said, I'm gonna come home. I saw my brother. He was always working.
Shout out to Sammy.
Because before I came home, I wasn't in the crib. I was always in the streets. I got locked up in the streets, so I wasn't. So when I came home, I said my brother always working, doing his thing. I'm like, oh shit, I need to get a job and start really working and doing my thing.
Oh, look
So-
at that. So he influenced you through your transition,
Yeah.
basically, because you like, nigga, I gotta stay away from that. So what's the other option? And you saw your
Go to
brother
work.
working. You was like,
Go to work.
I need to
And-
get me one of those.
And then no
Job,
funny shit.
J.O.B.,
No
I need to
funny
get
shit.
me one of
No funny
those.
shit. And before that, I had a couple of violations, but I was still doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I was still on my kid shit. I would break curfew, still smoking, doing wild shit. So I went in, came out, went in, came out. And then it was just it. So when I came home the last time, it was like, nah, nigga, I can't do that.
Can't do that no more. Nah.
I can't.
Hell no.
That shit can't. So what I did, started working. Went from job to job. Still became the person I am today, the same person, but just knowing to do things differently. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be running around like chicken with my head cut off for no reason.
Exactly.
100%.
And I see that forceful transition and the challenges you faced behind all of that.
Made me realize that, nigga, doing dumb shit is gonna lead me back to that, so why do that? So I'm gonna stay away from that and do positive things and try
pushed
to
you
help
forward.
change. You know what I'm saying?
Pushed you forward and
Yeah.
built you up. Because if it didn't, you surely would be in the same hamster loop. Because we know a couple of individuals that came out, went back in, came out, went back in. Unfortunately,
It's in the same spot, yeah.
yeah, you know,
Shouts out to
I'm sure
Luke
we all
Waldron,
know
too.
Yeah, no,
a
you
couple
got-
of those
you got
people.
people
You know what I'm
like
saying?
That's a fact.
Luke Waldron in the building. What up? Champagne Derby.
That's a
Who's
fact.
Champagne Derby?
Shouts out to Champagne Derby. Shouts out.
Shouts out to Champagne.
Champagne Derby.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shouts out.
The name
to-
seems familiar to me. That's why.
Yeah. Shouts
I
out
could,
to.
I could guess, but shouts out to Champagne for joining us.
That's a fact.
You heard?
That was champagne for me. You heard? Just drink.
We got Lydia in the comments. She said, transitions are hard, but they're important for our growth. Adapt and know that a transition is something you go through. There is a destination. There is a reason why you got to go through it. That's a big fact to me. That's definitely a reason why you got to go through that. It's part of your change. It's part of the test. It's the test. It's the final exam for that level. You heard? Get the fuck off that level already is what that's telling you, Cube, and that's what it did.
And he definitely did do that.
That shit put you through that test, that forceful final exam of being in jail and all that, and said, nigga, this is your final exam right here. Is either you're gonna learn from this and graduate, or you're gonna end up going through the same fucking grade again, which means committing to the same actions until you get back to your final exam, which is prison again, and see if you learn this time. Right?
But all right, so what happens if you go through a stretch of doing good and then something happened and then
That's just another test, bro.
that was another
Because
test.
it may still be, it's made, evidently if you went back to that same test, there's still elevation you need in that subject. There's still a graduation, an improvement that you need in that subject. Clearly.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That's why you face that test again. That's why so you say, yeah, you got to
But I'm about
stretch,
to
but
pass
you're
the
doing
test. Then, you
good.
say too.
Huh?
I'm about to pass the test in a couple of days. Test about to be over.
That's a fact. But you're saying, what if you got a stretch of doing good?
Yeah, I did. It was a stretch of doing good, then I did bad, and then now it's
Because there was something that you still didn't learn. That's why you repeated the same exam, Cuban. It came back up on you because knowledge will do that on you. You heard? Knowledge will do that on you. We all know that. The shit, like I said, the shit you learned back in the days in school will resurface for you when it's needed. So unfortunately, that exam of you going back to jail, it resurfaced because it was still something you needed to learn from that. You feel me?
That ass, but not, yeah.
Get your ass out the streets, nigga.
That was
Because he did good for a while, but then he went back to his old ways. He digressed. And if you digressed in your knowledge or in your lifestyle, expect to repeat some of the shit that came beforehand.
Seeing it, yeah,
You're going backwards, boy. Yeah. You expect to see that again. You're going backwards. It's part of that. It's part of that path you came from, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh, it's Bulito. Yes, sir, in the building. My guy.
Bulito.
Yeah, see, he says Julio.
Oh, Julio was.
Lessons are repeated until they are learned. These gems came from my mom. I never forget it. That's a big fact.
That's a fit of that.
Repeated until they are learned. Come on, you couldn't have said that better. Come on. Ladies, Mom Dukes, shout out. Couldn't have said that better. Big love, yes. Lessons are repeated until they are learned. Come on. Needless to say, bro, and everything that we do.
Everything.
Yo, as simple as tying your sneakers.
That's the earliest breakdown, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until you learn that shit, it's a lesson every time.
Or riding a bike.
Everything, Cuban, everything.
Whatever you pick up.
Until you learn it and get it right, it's a lesson every time, bro. Mm-hmm. And there's even afterwards, there's lessons in improvement, whether it be of the same matter.
That's why practice is just got to continue to practice.
It's vital.
Everything, yeah.
It's vital.
Yeah. Always willing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You know, and I saw a post, I think yesterday, you know, scrolling through the reels, and one of them individuals said that I'm not practicing, I'm learning. And the distinguishment in that is
that's word. It's a difference because like that's how I look at my tattoo game. You know, I'm not gonna consider myself a professional, but I know things that a professional knows.
which we've got to stop doing because I do the same shit with my photography.
I know things that
professional you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're professional.
I am, yeah, but I wouldn't say, I do it professionally because I look at it like
There's still room for improvement.
I'm still learning. I'm not at my max yet.
See, Cuban, that's kind of like my argument
I'm not
with the
at my
photography
max
too, right? Remember when I said that?
Yeah, but you're still a professional, right? Even though
You know,
you're not.
right.
But then there's also the other mentality that we all can relate to, which is the fake it till you make it mentality, and you know that's
that
consistent
shit
of
takes-
being it, even if you're not it,
And that fake it till you make it takes you a long way.
because it makes you become it.
And exactly, and then now you actually it, and then the whole
You
time
can't.
you was talking that shit up, like you said, you took that bread route, the truck route into existence.
Yep, your
and
own
you
route,
had
yep.
it, faked it till I made it. Now you got it. So the same way with your tattoos, nigga. You're a professional tattoo artist.
See, and you may not have outwardly called yourself a route owner at the time,
Right.
but in your mind you was, nigga.
You right. Yeah, you right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you right.
Realistically,
But-
too, when you're operating the routes, you feel like
are.
that.
Because you got to take
It's
on all
on you.
that.
You got to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
ownership. Yeah, it's on you. You know what I'm
Everything
saying?
is your ball game.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters who owns it, but at the end of the day, it don't.
Right.
If
'Cause you out there handling
good or
it.
bad, that shit's on you.
You're right.
feel me?
You start that
So-
truck up, it's on you.
Yeah.
You want out there on the road, it's on you. You got to figure it out.
Once you leave the lot, it's you.
Yeah.
Once you leave the lot, it's you.
It's on you, bro. Trust the process. You heard? As soon as you get in that truck, as soon as I pick up my camera, when you have the tattoo
my-
needle
my
in your hand,
equipment,
when you plant the seed, when you sit there and sit down with an artist and you develop them, you as well, because he does the same thing with More Wins Productions, artistic development in the artist that he
Gotcha.
attributes his
Requires.
efforts to. You gotta
Sit down.
put the effort into anything that you're picking up. You heard? If you're gonna do it all the way.
All the way.
Right or wrong.
You right.
You know what I mean? So
Can't half-ass it.
And being
remain teachable because, like
And humble.
we're not practicing, we're learning. I know that's how you feel.
Yeah, learning all the time.
And that's why you won't. I hear you were not calling yourself a professional. I deal with the same qualms as well, but I feel like there's more room still before I really call myself that as well. So I get exactly where you're coming from. You too, Cube, because you can say that with your cultivation, because you're not a professional with that all.
I would never call myself a professional in that game. I would never really call myself a professional. You know why? Because there's so much studying and so much knowledge to soak up, and
that could be with anything.
But that's
bro.
with anything. That's
Yeah.
so that's how I look
With
at it.
life.
Like with the tattoo, and it's so much.
We're never going to be the final product.
I could learn a new trick next week.
Bro, we're never going to be the final product.
Right.
I said this before. We're never going to be the final product, bro. It's always going to be something that's going to change us, the situation around us, our environment, and you got to remain adaptable. That's it. Remain teachable and adaptable.
And decide how far you want to take it.
that's
And
true.
And hopefully, if you start it, you want to take it to the top.
Keep it there.
And keep it there.
Keep it there.
Once it's
Yes,
up,
sir.
it's stuck.
Up is stuck.
Yes, keep it at the top. You know, some of us, we can't negate that we're human.
Oh no.
We
you
may
can't.
falter. We may go down, you know, one step forward, two steps back sometimes.
That's all the time.
And
It's
let
just a matter of
that
keep
shit
stepping
be a
forward.
lesson that you learn from.
Every
and
time.
Keep growing through it, you heard? Because the challenges can be beneficial to you. Transitions are there for you to graduate to the next level. So pay attention to those life transitions. They're exams.
And pay attention to the small details. Those are the ones that really count.
That trick you, yeah. The shit that, and realistically, there's a nigga in the background like, this is gonna be on the test, by the way. There's a nigga, somebody saying that somewhere. You heard? In life, you heard? You gotta pay attention to that smaller shit. He's right about that, yo. Big
You
one.
know, that's a lot of the guidance that you get when we're younger, that we may have failed to pay attention to or didn't think we needed.
All
to
the
pay
time.
attention
Niggas don't
You know
pay
what I mean?
attention to the small.
Now we saying the same
Right,
shit
the
parents
little
say it to us,
right,
huh?
the little things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
told
But now, right now he's like, damn, that's what they was talking about.
That is what they was
man,
talking
this
about.
is-
Yeah,
this is-
man. We be knowing hard-headed motherfuckers out here, right? It be like that, though. You know what I'm saying? So before we wrap up the show tonight, which we thank everybody for sticking around. We thank y'all for joining us. It's always appreciated.
Always.
Let's have it.
Love is on 1,000 and beyond. You heard?
Always. You know.
But before we go, is there any specific message
You would like
you
to
would
give
like
out
to impart
with our
on
community?
our community, sir?
Hey, I'll pass down something I learned a long time ago, but no matter what you're doing, be the greatest at it. And so whatever you're doing, whether it's, we got the cameraman, and the botanist, you know, me doing tattoos, just be the greatest you are.
Yep.
At whatever you decide to do. You know what I mean?
Keep it
Keep
going.
pushing.
Be your best at all
Be
times.
your best.
Keep
Come on.
it going. And can you tell our community where they can find you? Your Instagram, your
Main page, Instagram, Phenomenal Jon, Phenomenal_Jon, John with no H.
okay.
There we go.
You could branch off and catch me on everything else. Let's Have It, the Let's Have It page, also on Instagram,
Yes, sir.
letz.hav.it.
Yes, sir.
And then you for the tattoos, Phenom Tattoos, Phenom_tats,
Go holla.
TATS,
That boy hot.
_2, TOO.
Talk about it.
Let's
You
have
understand
it.
what I'm
Talk about it. Talk about it.
And you
Y'all
know. You
Yeah.
know.
You know where to find us.
No.
But if you don't know, we're going to tell you anyway. You heard?
At
But
the
first and
Spittlez,
foremost, yes.
everywhere.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at the Spittlez. That's at the symbol, DASPITTLEZ.
And I
At
need
the
you
Spittlez,
to-
the one and only. You heard?
You know, it's also that time for you to tell that friend, to tell that friend, to tell that friend, to tell that friend that
Keep
we're
it going.
almost at 100 subscribers, so that they could possibly win a surprise when we get to that 100
Yes.
subscribers. So they could tell that friend that they giving out
Yes.
merch and all types of shit. So I need
We
y'all
got
to
a
tune
surprise
in.
gift for our 100th subscribers.
So-
we said this before. Take a screenshot of when it's 99 and a screenshot
ready, let's
after you
have it.
made it 100. You heard?
Don't cheat.
Come on, I need to see
Don't-
both
we-
with that
let's-
time on the top of the screen. Don't
Gotta
crop the
see it.
photo.
Gotta see it.
Don't crop it.
No.
I need the timestamp.
So
99.
So you're gonna have to tell that friend to tell that friend to tell that friend to tell that friend, so we can keep going.
Exactly, but
And
pay
tell
attention
them.
so you could get the 100th subscriber and get the surprise reward.
and,
You
and,
heard?
and make sure they all turn on that, the little.
Notification bell. Right there.
You understand what I'm saying? You gotta turn that on.
You gotta turn that shit
You gotta-
on.
You gotta
yeah.
turn it
tuned
on.
in.
You
And
gotta
be sure to follow us on Instagram at the Spittlez. I say it once again,
All the
at
time.
symbol DASPITTLEZ. You can find me on Instagram as well at IamPachFM. That's IAM.PACHH. And
you can find Cuban at Cuban Hound.
Cuban Hound all day. Yes,
Every
sir.
single where.
Yes, sir. So, you know, as always, we thank y'all for joining us another Tuesday.
Thank you.
Another blessed Tuesday here. We got the homie Phenomenal Jon in the building.
And
It
I
was a
appreciate
pleasure.
you.
Thank you, my good man, for joining us. The conversation we had today
was beautiful.
I hope it was inspiring and empowering to our community, because that's what we look to do. Remember, that's our mission, to empower your minds through our information and conversation that we have here available. You heard? And we invite y'all to come back again next week to join us again, chop it up with our guest and or just us. But either way, it's gonna be live. You heard?
On Tuesday.
We appreciate
make sure,
it. Yes, Tuesday.
and make sure you light that blunt up and have it ready.
Light it on the way out. We light it on the way in. I'm light it on the way out.
Let's have it.
We love you all, and we thank you all for your support through our fucking phases and steps in this entire process. We see y'all next week. Y'all have a wonderful week. Take care.
Peace.